I think I'm going live now. Let's see. Yes, I'm going live. Hello, everybody. And welcome to Liza's BLTs, not bacon, lettuce, and tomato. Although that does sound extremely yummy right now. So today's topic is going to be, well, wait a minute. Let me talk about what a BLT is. It's a body love talk. So every Wednesday at 11 a.m., wherever I am in the world, I'm going to go live on my Facebook page and give you tips, topics, and talks on emotional eating, on self-love, self-care, how we fuel our bodies, boundaries, confidence, and so much more. Who could use some more body love? Everybody can use more body love. So tune in every Wednesday at 11 a.m. for my BLTs. So today we are going to talk about, just want to see if I'm going live. It says I'm going live, but I just wanted to make sure. It says I'm live, so I'm going to go with that. All right. So today's topic is ways to project confidence, even when you're not feeling it. So there's going to be times when you're presenting to a group or you have a significant role in a networking event or a business owner, you're a business owner and you're trying to sell your services or your products. And for whatever reason, you're just not feeling confident. You're just not in that right space. Perhaps it just isn't your day. Maybe, you're off your game, because of something that maybe happened in your personal life. So how do we find the self-assurance and exude this is live, people, exude confidence when it really, really counts? So one thing, assume the best about yourself. If you're going into a meeting or presenting with a negative self-talk, it really does affect how you present yourself. The way we talk to ourselves on a daily basis, that internal dialogue, is just as important as what actually comes out of our mouths. So if you keep telling yourself over and over again, I'm not prepared for this, I'm having an awful day, everyone's going to judge me, I'm an imposter, I'm not good at this, etc., whatever it is, whatever the dialogue is, that is going to show not only physically, but energetically, that's going to be broadcast out there for everyone. So if you assume that you're brilliant and change that narrative, I'm good at this job, I'm good at this, I do have something to say, I do have a lot to offer, and no one can think the way that I do. It will not only change your self-perspective, it will also help others perceive you that way as well. So now your strengths are showing, not your weaknesses. So when you assume the best about yourself, you are changing that inner dialogue. You're changing that inner critic that's going on and on and on, and it'll increase your confidence. Well, a lot of people might say, fake it until you make it kind of approach is actually the opposite. When you assume that you are brilliant, you are actually forced to highlight those authentic parts about yourself that you know are good and unique to only you. So being kinder in how you are, to how you think about yourself, how you are with yourself. No one can do anything. No one can do the things that you can do. You are brilliant. You are amazing. And like I said, I've said before to my clients, I've said to other people, borrow my belief, which I actually borrowed from somebody else until I actually believed in myself. So borrow my belief of confidence. If you're not having that day that just is going on and on, and you're just like, you're stuck in this headspace, borrow my belief. So start where you are, especially with your facial expressions. Those are big ones. If you're having a dreadful day and you approach your audience, whether you're walking into a room or you're logging on to a virtual meeting with a big fake smile on your face, everyone's going to know something's wrong. When you smile unauthentically, we bare our teeth. We're bearing down on our teeth. And if you saw a giant bear bearing down its teeth at you, you would either freeze in your tracks or you'd run for your life. I would probably run for my life if I saw a bear. So it's the same kind of feeling, of course, to a lesser extent, of course. But when you force a smile on your face, the person on the receiving end feels that aggressive behavior, feels that aggressive smile, and instinctively wants to back away from the situation. And you, because they sense that something is off. So rather than hiding the fact that you aren't in a great place, start with just where you are. Be honest and be authentic. And just, this doesn't mean that you come into a meeting in a rant or a rage or anything like that. You don't come in like, you know, instead start from a neutral place. Start with something rather than trying to muster up all the energy, you know, trying to put on a big smile and saying, hey, everyone, glad to start this meeting. Start with a neutral face, you know, and if your energy is low, just keep it simple. Good morning, everyone. Let's start this meeting by blah, 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 blah. So beginning any meeting, any conversation, any scenario with an authentic place will allow you to gain confidence because you are able to focus all your energy on the message and the content as opposed to fixating on all those negative emotions. Knowing your blind spots. One of the biggest confidence busters is being caught off guard. It all happens to us. Being caught off guard, not knowing what to do in a certain situation. If you start to look for those patterns that were in your past, you'll be able to see that they do exist. So for an example, I had one client that was extremely frustrated that they felt ambushed every time they got into a team meeting because the team would bring up all these other issues that have been happening for weeks and weeks. And it made my client the client just wasn't aware of any of them until the meeting started taking place. And then they were brought to her attention. And the client kept saying, it makes me feel like a bad manager. You know, this client is actually a very top-notch manager in their company, but because there was their blind spot, their confidence slowly dwindled, like within the first few minutes of every single monthly meeting. So to remedy that, we came up with a technique to just have each team member email her each week before the meeting on points that they wanted to address. You know, one simple email allowed the manager to prep for that meeting and not be caught off guard. So they knew that they were coming, in at themselves. As soon as they eliminated that blind spot, they could exude a little bit more confidence within themselves. So when you keep track of what causes your anxiety or makes you feel less confident, you'll be able to take action to eliminate your blind spots that lead with conviction. So confidence, just like any other skill, is something that needs perpetual attention and practice. You need to practice over and over and over, getting out of your comfort zone. You know, anyone can be confident. It's just a matter of allowing yourself, and I say allow yourself to get there by talking to yourself in the right way, having the right mindset right away, being authentic, and targeting those consistent issues that chip away at your confidence. So that's it for me today for Liza's BLTs. Tune in next week for another tip, topic, or talk.